Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be reacting to Paddy Pimblett getting into it with, I guess, someone he has personal beef with or had personal beef with, locally. I think fighters like 3 and 2. I can't really say his name, like Dennis Ramage or whatever his name's called. But either way, it apparently was some beef going back and forth, and they decided to go old school Gracie style and just settle it in the gym, and I was able to find a video that gave a little bit of the backstory as well, so that it's not just the fight itself, but you can see why what happened. So we're gonna get right into it. So let's get into the video interaction. All right, let's look at the video now. All right, let's see what the conversation is saying a bit right here. So it seemed like the guy was maybe kind of ducking. He was kind of maybe just yapping a little bit. Dennis was to Paddy, and now it seemed like eventually he grew. He finally decided on to back up what he was saying, because Paddy said you grew a set basically, and then he said a time, yeah, 12 p.m. Let's do it at 12 p.m. Paddy agreed with that time. Sound lad. See you at 12. So they both agreed on the date. This was not like this one person setting up. They both were pushing for this scrap. The guy said, "Bro, I'm not scared of you coming to sniff my legs." So he knew that Paddy's not much of a. He's a striker. He has the skills for sure on the feet, but Paddy's definitely more of a grappler than a striker. So he said, "Not scared of you. Come and sniff my legs." He knew what Paddy was going to do. He knew Paddy's going to mix into grappling, and yeah. So he said, "No, I'm not scared of you coming to to grapple me." And this is important message right here. The blue is Paddy. If I haven't already said it, the blue is Paddy. In the picture with the guy down here in the circle right here in the gray, that is Dennis Frimpong. So, yeah. So, but again, important information right here in the blue. It's our blue, purple, whatever color this is, till what eventually happens in this Gracie style meet up at a gym and fight. Like, this goes back to the old days, like the Gracie combatives or whatever it was called, where the Gracie fighters would invite kickboxers over, Muay Thai guys over, wrestlers over, judokas over, whatever type of martial art you bring. They would say, "Come to the gym, we'll record it, we'll have a fight." And what's said here, we're doing this till someone is unconscious. Tapping does not matter. No rounds. We go until someone is knocked out. I don't know what this year is, but yeah, we're going till someone is unconscious. Tapping does not matter. So unless you get knocked out or choked to sleep, the fight keeps going. So there's no tapping. There's no getting kicked in the body and then friendly tapping or whatever. You get hit to the body, you hurt. He followed with some uppercuts, put you to sleep. It is what it is. I'll hurt you to the body, take you back, and choke you to sleep. There's no tapping. There's no calling quits. And the guy saw this, and it was to be expected. So, and this is his response to what Paddy said. He said, "You're poop on the feet, and you know it. We both know what you coming to do." Both these guys need to work on their grammar, but hey, they're fighters. You don't really need good grammar to be a fighter. We both know what you coming to do. And nobody in this world is scared of that ish style mate. So he knew what Paddy's coming to do. He knew Paddy coming to, and I already really seen this thing before. Matter of fact, I was just reacted already. And I realized I was in record, so I really seen this fight like 4 times, but it is what, some little background detail. I already seen this fight like 4 times, but for what is to happen, this guy already knew what Paddy was going to do, and Paddy eventually took it to the ground, choked him out, but he knew it. He didn't say if he was smart, which the grammar does. What the grammar for both of them doesn't really point to both any of them being really that smart. He would have said, "Let's have a straight up kickboxing match." But he knew that Paddy had a big advantage on the ground, and Paddy was going to take it there. Should have just said, "Let's do straight up striking, and we strike until someone quits," and that would have given his best chance. But he didn't do that. He heard what Paddy said. He knew what Paddy was going to do. He told Paddy what Paddy was going to do, and at no point did he say, "Oh, don't do this, don't do that," and we could just do a straight up kickboxing match, no grappling, because if you're supposed to be so this and that, let's take away your grappling and see if you're still so big and bad. That's what he should have did it. Like, that's what I would do. If I know my grappling's not the best and I'm going there with a guy who's supposed to be so much better than me, I would like, you're so much better than me. Take away the grappling. Let's just strike. Again, like somebody you clearly know is better than you and more accomplished. This guy's like 3-2, I've heard, and Paddy's like 18-4, and he's like top 15, top 10 in the UFC. It's a big difference. This guy's not even ranked regionally, and Paddy's ranked in the best league in the world by far. But yeah, y'all get the gist. They just keep mouthing on about the same thing. Let's get to the fight.
Come on, Paddy.
Good outside leg kick from Paddy. Dance quick. Good punch attempt. We need a better cameraman. Doing good butt and stuff. Come on, cameraman. Good fight right here. Missing footage. Missing action. Alright. Now they're getting better. Coming. Good inside leg kick from Dennis. Good response from Paddy.
One pad.
Good inside leg kick from Paddy. Yeah, Paddy's definitely landing the better inside
Paddy,
leg
lad.
kick. When he lands inside leg kick, it literally like switches the stance of Dennis.
Go ahead, lad.
Good step inside kick from Dennis. Good inside leg kick from Paddy. Yeah, his inside leg kicks are having big back sloppy overhead from Paddy. Body behind. Dennis good block from Paddy. Right here. One of Paddy's best friends. His friend partner. Not friend. Paddy.
Go ahead, Paddy, lad.
His inside leg kicks are having a big effect on Dennis. Dennis is landing some good leg kicks, but they not really having that effect that Paddy's kicks are. See, look, again, when he kicks him, his whole body, he gotta get back in. And imagine if they weren't where he did that. Big kick,
Go ahead, lad. Go on, lad.
didn't really even land. Shift his body. Nice.
Nice, Patrick.
Paddy's in fight shape, or at least in close fight shape. Usually he's not having a fight set up. He's like 300 pounds. So he must have a fight already in the works on training for the fight. Like, again, like 300 pounds, but he
To pace themselves.
does have a fight side. Paddy goes to the ground. Like I said, he'll crush him, take him down, and you know what's going to come. It's one of
Let him have it, lads. Let him have it.
And another guy will say, Paddy's been talking about Renato Moicano, been talking about this, talking about that, but Paddy. I know this is a beef fight. I know this ain't no fight you train 3-4 months to have, but Paddy's taking longer to finish a guy who's 3-2 than Makhachev took to beat Charles Oliveira, to beat Renato Moicano. And yeah, this fight should have been over, really. Like, I know you got respect. I know Paddy probably want to show him a little bit on the feet. That's probably why it's dragged out longer than it should have. But still. If this guy was smart, he should have. If this guy was smart and knowing that how much of a hothead Paddy is, he could have easily coerced, like he could have easily coerced Paddy into having a straight up kickboxing, matter of fact, maybe a straight up boxing match that would have gave him a much better chance of winning. Maybe it would have hurt his pride more because he probably would have lost that too. Most likely he would have lost that match as well if it was just a pure kickboxing match or pure boxing or pure Muay Thai, any type of pure striking. He probably still would have lost that, but he would have had a much better chance. He would have lost regardless, but would have had a much better chance. Probably would have landed some much flusher strikes. But he accepted that was going to be all MMA. I know he's an MMA fighter, but he knows, Paddy knows, everyone knows, I know that Paddy is just a much different level fighter than him, and Paddy's a much better grappler than him in Pacific. But he allowed it. He signed him.
One FC move needs to head.
Go on, Paddy, lads. Get that leg through there. Go on, lads. Oh.
Good recovery by Dennis.
Oh, he's done well to get back out of there.
Dad's just going for the siesta in a minute.
Ah, see, from fucking being sitting down at some level, I don't know.
One from both, then
Go on, lads. Go on, lads.
give it to him, Pat.
Well done, lads. Well done.
And now, right here,
He's tapping, lads. Hey.
But yeah. But if you didn't read the conversation, you just saw the footage, you probably think like this is just like bad. I mean, regardless, it's kind of bad, but it's not like they didn't have a conversation like this. This is like the old school Gracie style scrap gym meetup and scrap, and the tapping is not respected. It's like till you get knocked out or choked out. So it's not like the guy went in there not knowing that was the reality of their grappling match. He didn't go in there not knowing that if he got in a bad situation like that, that would happen. And good on the coaches. I respect the coaches as well. The partners, coaches, whoever these people are stopping, whether it be Paddy's people, his people, or a combination of both just coming in to break it up, respect them as well. Because at the end of the day, you respect the agreement between two fighters, two real legit men going to squash their beef, the old school way. But stuff like this could always go real bad. Like, no matter how good you are, no matter how skilled you are, it could go very bad. Like, you could hold on to the choke too long, hold on to the wrong point too long. A guy cannot go out, take longer to go out, and that could cause him to have some brain damage. Like, all that stuff could go bad, and that'd be bad for Paddy. He could get locked up for that. That'd go bad for Paddy's, especially go bad for Paddy's relationship with UFC. Like, this one goes wrong, Paddy could get cut from the UFC, banned from the UFC, maybe banned from all organizations, and that could mess up his bottom line, him making his money. So yeah, respect the agreement they set up is very the real legit man type stuff. But yeah, but I ain't too mad at him, or I'm not mad at him at all, to be honest. This is not my boy, or none of them are. So, but I ain't mad at them at all, because again, this was a agreement between two men. So it's not like this is just Paddy chose to hold on to the choke too long because out of the blue, like he did, like somebody, you sign up to go to the UFC and the fighter holds on, like what's his name, Rusamar Paul Harris, and he holds on to your leg too long. Well, after you tap, he just destroys your leg. You can never walk the same again. That's a different thing. Like, that's in a professional setting. This is man to man, no money online, just straight up about honor and respect type of thing. Like, nobody making no money from this. It's just like, we're gonna squash our beef in person, old school way. No money, not in front of 10,000 people. Just probably people that we know, people we train with, and maybe a few others. And in that type of situation, like, y'all agreed and it was known what was how it was supposed to go down, and the rules were understood on both sides. So again, to some it might seem like, oh, Paddy's just doing this, doing that, like, but they both agreed on that. And the other guy, if he would have had Paddy in the same situation, I'm pretty sure he would hold on to the same. But I'm pretty sure he would have not respected the tap, because the tap was agreed to not be the ender of the fight. It's either it's going unconscious is the ender of the fight. That's what the end, like that would signify the end of the fight. But
Whoa! Look, he's up.
A little bit of beef between the but yeah, the hands have been cooled down.
Well done, lads. Well done, lads. Well done.
I'm pretty sure they're still not each other's favorite people. Probably never gonna like each other, but again, they went out there as two men. They agreed upon it. The better man won, and that was Paddy Pimblett. So again, respect on both sides. Like, it wasn't, again, like he was doing something that wasn't really agreed upon or understood on both sides. I mean, it don't look why am I stuttering like that? It doesn't look the best, but yeah, it does not look the best, but it is what it is. But how do you guys feel about that scrap? You feel like it's a bad look for Paddy? You think it's something that was beneath him? You think he held onto the choke too long? And yeah, just give me all your thoughts for that video. You think it took him too long to finish that guy of that level? You think it was something that was beneath him? You think it's something that he should just shy away from? And another thing, Paddy is a guy that does a lot of things that are just really not good from really any perspective. As far as, like, if you're a promoter, you're somebody like that's his boss, like, you know, the UFC, Dana White, whatever. He gets real fat out of camps. He's down to have scraps like this. He has a potty mouth. I mean, he's a real dude. Like, at the end of the day, he's a real man. He just says what he says. He stands on what he says. But the way he lives, like that, and he lives like a man. He does what he wants to do. And like I said, he might get fat, but he gets in shape all the time. So he'll live hard. He'll work hard, fight hard, live hard. And at the end of the day, he is successful at what he's doing. But he does do a lot of things the opposite of what you would think is the right way to do them. But yeah, it does fall in line with his character. But at the end of the day, that character is still a very big risk. So far, it hasn't really blown up in his face, to be honest, yet. Maybe he lost a couple fights in, like, with Cage Warriors. But in the UFC so far, perfect record. I mean, he probably should have one loss in the UFC to Jared Gordon. But other than that, he's been winning. So it's been working for him. But stuff like this can blow up in your face the very next day, very next fight. But again, what are y'all thoughts about this whole situation? For it, against it, or it was just something fun to watch? Like, that's all you're gonna say. Like, I watched it, was fun, it was entertaining, it's different. We haven't seen this type of stuff in a long time. Matter of fact, modern MMA fans have never seen nothing like this, to be honest. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. But that's been the reaction. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more videos, more reactions. Peace out.